students, I welcome you in the guidance lecture of Mathematics 1. Here in this lecture we are going to discuss how to write the mathematics paper. Also we will discuss about the reduced syllabus once again, and I will give you the time management so that you can complete your paper in right time and properly. Before that, I want to tell you that all of you please take care of yourself. All of you know that the second wave of coronavirus has come and the number of patients are increasing day by day. Your exam is going to commence from 29th April 2021. For English medium, the first paper will be on 30 April. Today only it is told in the news that offline exam is going to be there according to the given schedule itself. So there is no change. You have to appear for your offline exam. And for that purpose only I am telling you that don't go out unnecessarily. If it is not required, please stay at home. You can stay safe at home. So please don't step out of the house unnecessarily. Along with that, you start studying now. Your studies time should double so that you can score good marks in examination. Okay. So let us start with the lecture. In the beginning, we will see the evaluation. That means what is the marking scheme for Mathematics 1. Here in Mathematics evaluation, there are two parts. First is written examination and second is internal assessment. So written work is of 80 marks. Out of that, Mathematics 1 40 marks, Mathematics 2 40 marks. That will give you total of 80 marks. That means separately you are going to write two papers. Mathematics 1 40 marks, Mathematics 2 40 marks, total 80 marks, and internal assessment of 20 marks. In this way, total 100 marks will be there for mathematics. Okay. So how to score good marks in Mathematics 1? Now let us discuss about that, or how to write the paper, how to do the proper time management, that we are going to see here. Before that, once again we will go through omitted syllabus. Okay. Previously also, time to time I have guided you with the omitted syllabus. Once again I am discussing omitted syllabus so that you will not face any problem. Because what I observed is in prelims also students were confused about the omitted syllabus. So once again all of you please check it. Okay. So open your textbook so that you can write, you can take the note of omitted syllabus. So first of all, come to page number 2. Here simultaneous linear equations, two methods of solving simultaneous equations are given. You have studied this method in 9th standard. Okay, but now no question based on this method will be asked directly. So page number 2 completely cancelled. Then page number 3, the upper part up to example number 2 is cancelled. Okay. Then this particular type of equations, you can see the coefficients are interchanged. This method is not cancelled. Please take a note of this. So from this you can see the practice set 1.1 question number 1 activity is cancelled. Also question number 2, from that sub questions 1 to 6 are cancelled. 7 and 8 are there. They are particular type of equations which you need to solve by using addition, subtraction, addition method. You have to add once, you have to subtract, then you are going to get simpler equation, and again by adding you are going to get the answer. Okay. Afterwards, the next part is here. After practice set 1.3, you can see this activity is cancelled. That means the equations which can be reducible to the pair of linear equations, this particular part is cancelled. On page number 16 you can see that activity is cancelled. Now come to the next page. Here also page number 17 is completely cancelled. Then page number 18 also is completely cancelled. Then next Page number 19 also is completely cancelled. That means practice set 1.4 is not there for evaluation. Then this is problem set, and from that problem set here question number 6 is cancelled, which is based on the equations reducible to the linear equation form. So this is cancelled. See page number 28, you can do the changes. This was all about chapter number 1. Now let us go towards chapter number 2, that is quadratic equations. In that, all of you come to page number 37. So here, method to solve the quadratic equation by completing square method. This method is completely removed, is omitted, and based on that here practice set also is omitted. So page number 38 is cancelled completely, and on page number 39 you can see practice set 2.3 and the solved examples above that are totally omitted. So take a note of this. Practice set 2.3 will not come. That means completing square method will not appear for evaluation. Then next, here for more information the graph is given, that is cancelled. So page number 42 you can cancel it, and from page number 43 you have to remove this word completing square method. Only this word you have to remove, rest all page is as it is. Then come to the next one, that is page number 46. Here you can see the relationship between the roots of the quadratic equations and its coefficients, that is cancelled. So page number 46 is completely cancelled. Then page number 47 also is completely cancelled. Then come to practice set 2.5 on page number 49. There you can see from first question, sub question number 3 is cancelled. Then from the same practice set, question number 5 and 6 are cancelled, which are based on the relationship between the coefficients and the roots. So these two questions are cancelled. Question number 7 is not cancelled. Please take a note of this. Okay. Then here afterwards in application, practice set 2.6 is word problems. You know that. Then come to problem set 2. In that MCQ number 6 is cancelled. Then question number 10 is cancelled from problem set 2. Okay, so this was about chapter number 2, that is quadratic equations. Chapter number 3, that is arithmetic progressions. Nothing is cancelled from this chapter. Chapter number 4, financial planning, is completely omitted. Okay. Then chapter number 5, probability, nothing is cancelled from that particular chapter. The whole chapter is there for evaluation. And chapter number 6, statistics, also is completely omitted. So take a note of this. Okay, so this was all about the reduced syllabus. Now let us go further towards the chapter wise weightage. Okay, so now this is just temporarily I have done, means I am not very sure about it, but still I am giving you the chapter wise weightage so that you can understand how to prepare it. The two chapters which were cancelled, so the weightage is distributed here, and roughly I am giving the weightage. Okay, so first chapter here, that is linear equations in two variables. Marks, maximum marks 16 marks can be asked here. Then chapter number 2, quadratic equation, 15 marks. Chapter number 3, arithmetic progression, 16 marks. Chapter number 4, financial planning, this is completely omitted. Chapter number 5, probability, 13 marks. Chapter number 6, statistics, is completely omitted. Okay, so in this way roughly the 60 marks will be distributed like this. Okay, so accordingly you prepare yourself. See, all the chapters nearly they carry the equal weightage. All 4 chapters are equally important. Now since 2 chapters are omitted, the syllabus is quite reduced, and also from chapter number 1 and 2 some topics are omitted. Okay, so you can prepare well for your examination. Okay, now let us go further towards the updated format of board's question paper, how the paper pattern will be. So let us start looking at it question wise. Mathematics part 1, the question paper will be of 40 marks and the time allotted will be of 2 hours. But now, because of COVID-19, the extra time will be given to you. Okay, that is told already that you are going to get extra time. Okay, that means you are going to get 15 extra minutes for 40 marks paper. So that time I have not calculated here while giving the time management. That you can utilize according to your convenience. Okay, so in time management I have only considered 2 hours. Actually the paper will be of 2 hours and 15 minutes. All of you know that there are 15 minutes extra. So here, first of all, we will see what are the notes given to you. So here the very first note is all the questions are compulsory. In mathematics part 1 paper there will be 5 questions and you have to attempt all 5 questions. Then you cannot use calculator. All the calculations you have to do by yourself manually. Use of calculator is not allowed. Then here the numbers which are given on the right of the question, they indicate the full marks of that questions. Next, here in case of MCQ, that is question number 1A, your only first attempt will be considered. First attempt will be only evaluated or the given credit. If you are writing the question again on the back side, then it will not be considered. Okay, so take a note of this. Don't go for cancellations and all. Write down the correct answers properly in first attempt only. And then here only for MCQ question number 1, the important part here is you have to write down the correct alternative alphabet, that is A, B, C and D. Okay, here no marks are given for your answer. If you are writing correct answer, then you will not get marks, but if you are writing the correct alphabet, then only you are going to get the marks. Okay, so the correct alternative A, B, C, D of the answers along with the proper sub-question number should be written as the answer. That means question number 1A, from that question number 1, in front of that write down the correct alphabet, that is A, B, C or D. Okay, so these are all the instructions given in your paper, question paper. Now let us see the paper question number wise. So the first question here is, for every sub question 4 alternative answers are given. Choose the correct answer and write the letter of the alphabet of it. Okay, so it is clearly mentioned. So see, these are marks indicated on the right side, 4 marks. So question number 1A is of 4 marks. Here what you have to remember is 4 questions of type multiple choice MCQs will be asked. Each question is going to carry 1 mark. Okay. So here for each question 4 different alternatives will be given in the form of A, B, C, D. You have to write down the correct alphabet there. Okay. Then you have to choose and write down the correct alternative. Brackets also you should write. That means bracket A and then close the bracket. That way you will write the answer. Okay. Then all the questions are compulsory here. There are no options. Means 4 questions will be given and you have to attempt all 4. Here the method of solution is not expected from you. But if you need to solve it, you can always make use of your last page to do the rough work, or you can do the rough work on the same page with pencil. Okay, but here there are no marks for method. Then question number 1b, solve the following sub question, 4 marks. Here also all 4 questions will be compulsory, 4 questions will be asked and 4 marks are there. That means 1 mark for each question. So 4 sub questions of 1 mark each will be asked. Here all questions are compulsory. Since the question carries only 1 mark, you have to write down the short answer. But always keep in mind that if it is asked that like check whether the following equation is quadratic or not, then simply just don't write yes or no. You write down the justification for your answer. Okay, so in short, you need to solve these questions. Only answer will not do. You need to write down proper justification for your answer here. Okay, not very big, but in short, you must write down the justification for your answer. Then question number 2a, complete and write any 2 activities from the following. So here 4 mark question it is. Here you will be provided with 3 activities of 2 marks each. Out of these 3 activities, you have to attempt any 2. Okay. Here what care you have to take is, you have to copy down the question as it is from the question paper along with the boxes. Draw all the boxes and in that boxes you need to write down the proper answer. So here in these activities some steps may be skipped there and you must be solving those steps. So you can solve those steps there, but you have to do the boxes. You have to highlight them. Those boxes should be made at the proper place according to the question. This thing you have to keep in mind. The activity should appear as it is in your answer sheet. Then question number 2b, solve any 4 sub questions from the following. It is 8 mark question. Okay, so 4 plus 8. Question number 2 is of 12 marks. Now here in question number 2b, 5 sub questions of 2 marks each will be asked. Out of those 5, you have to attempt any 4. Okay, that means here the options are provided for question number 2. Here you need to solve the questions properly. The answers should be written properly. So answers with solutions are expected here. So your answer should be properly written with the proper method. Okay. Then question number 3a, again the activity based question, but here you will be completing only 1 activity of 2. So complete and write any 1 activity from the following 3 marks. So here 2 questions of 3 marks which each will be asked and you have to attempt any 1. As I have said here in 2a, here also in 3a you have to write down the complete question as it is according to the question paper and do the boxes properly, highlight them properly. Okay, it is very much important, otherwise the marks will be deducted. Please take a note of this. Then question number 3b, attempt any 2 sub questions from the following, 6 marks. Okay, so here they are going to give you 4 sub questions of 3 marks each and out of that you have to solve any 2. Okay, that means here you are provided with options. Out of 4 sub questions you have to attempt any 2. Here also the complete method is expected from you. So answer with solution is expected. So write down the solution properly. The property which you are using, the formula which you are using. All of you please take a note that formula carries half mark. And in that formula only you are substituting the values. So writing the formula is compulsory. Take a note of this. Then let us go towards next question, that is question number 4. Question number 4 is of 8 marks and here you have to attempt 2 sub questions from the given questions. Okay, so here 3 sub questions will be asked every question carries 4 marks. And out of these 3, you have to solve 2. Here, these questions are challenging. That means you have to apply your skills here. These questions, they may be out of text questions. They may not be from the textbook. But they are based on the syllabus. That means whatever formulas are there in your textbook, whatever methods are given, the questions will be based on those methods only, but the questions may not be directly from the textbook. Some figures might be changed or the framing of questions will be changed. Okay, so you need to apply your knowledge here. That is why these questions are called as what? Challenging questions. Then, as I told you that now you are going to get extra 15 minutes. So those extra 15 minutes you can utilize here for question number 4, because here you have to think and solve. Okay. Then here also the complete answers are expected from you. That means the solution, the formula should be written, proper substitution, proper justification should be there for your answer. So here also answer with complete solution is expected. And since the question carries 4 marks, your answer should be properly written. Finally, question number 5. Here also you have to attempt any one sub-question out of 2. This will be of 3 marks. Again, here 2 questions will be asked of 3 marks each, and out of that you have to solve any one. Here also, these questions, they may not be from the textbook. And these questions are open-ended questions. That means every child can have a different answer here. You can write your answer differently. Like here, the method is unique for all the questions, but here the method may not be unique. You can use your own skills to solve the problem. So these are open-ended questions, and again, as I have mentioned, that these questions may not be from the textbook. So take a note of this. So for these 2 questions, you have to think and act. So that extra time of 15 minutes you can utilize here. Okay, I hope you must have understood the paper pattern very well. Now let us come towards the final point of the discussion, that is time management. Okay, so let us see how to do the time management question wise. So as I have said, total time is 2 hours. I have not calculated extra time. So 2 hours means 120 minutes. Out of that, 20 minutes you will keep aside. That is your checking time. That means whether you have made any mistake or you have written properly or what. Okay, or you can solve some extra questions if you want. Then the remaining time is now 120 minus 20, that is 100 minutes. So you have to manage these 100 minutes. Now the marks are 40 for your paper and the time is 100 minutes. So we can say that you are having 10 minutes for 4 marks. For 4 marks, you are going to utilize 10 minutes. Okay. So this way, this is a simple time management. Let us go further. Now we will see the time management question wise. So for question number 1A, it is of 4 marks, a compulsory question. So maximum time you will take, that is 10 minutes. You will not use more than 10 minutes for question number 1A, because it is 4 mark question. Then question number 1B, again a 4 mark question. Solve the following. So here also you are going to use 10 minutes. So in all, for question number 1 you are going to use 10 plus 10, that is 20 minutes. After 20 minutes you should start with your question number 2A. Again it's a 4 mark question, activity based question. Here also you will utilize 10 minutes, because our calculation 10 minutes for 4 marks. Why I divided it so? You can see that maximum marks are multiples of 4. That is why I have divided so. So from question number 2A you can utilize 10 minutes more. But now since you have extra time of 15 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes here and there you can do. Sometimes question number 1 you will complete very early also. Then you can use that time. Then question number 2b, it is of 8 marks. So for that you will utilize 20 minutes. So this way, after 50 minutes, you should start with question number 3a, which is again activity based question of 3 marks. So here you are going to utilize 8 minutes for this. For this 3 marks you can utilize 8 minutes or you can utilize 7 minutes. Okay. According to our time management it is 7.5 minutes, but you can either take 7 minutes or you can take 8 minutes. Then question number 3b is of 6 marks. So here you can utilize 15 minutes for writing 3b. Then question number 4 is of 8 marks. For that you can utilize 20 minutes and some extra time also you can utilize now because you have extra time given. And here you have to think and act, so you can utilize 10 minutes more here. You can save your time here in question number 1 and 2 and that you can utilize here. And finally for question number 5, which is of 3 marks, you can use 7 minutes or 8 minutes. And this way if you divide the time, then you can manage your 100 minutes totally. Okay, please take a note that extra time of 15 minutes I have not considered. That you can utilize according to your convenience. You can use it to solve the extra questions also. But as I have told you earlier, don't attempt the extra questions at the end. Okay? If you don't have time in the beginning, for example, question number 2a, if you want to solve the third activity, leave the space there only on the same page. Don't solve it at the end. Please take a note of this. So this way, by doing the proper time management, you can appear for your exam. I hope all of you must have understood all the instructions properly. So students, all the best for your examination. Thank you students.